Hello, so please ignore me talking here. I am telling you a very long and unnecessary story. I'm making a dress today out of this beautiful green fabric that I bought in Vienna. I wanted to make this dress in a few hours, and I can tell you now that absolutely did not happen. Okay, so yesterday, in order to procrastinate a bit further, I started drawing the dress, because kind of the idea of what I wanted. And this is what I came up with. Look at how bad I drew. Look at these feet. Yesterday, obviously, I spent another extra hour trying to draw a proper body. I just haven't drawn the dress on her yet, so I'm going to quickly do that so I have kind of an idea of what I want. And then I'm going to start the dress. This is what I came up with. Please ignore her face. She's not having a good day. Okay, so this is everything I used, plus obviously a sewing machine. Also, if you want to copy this unique haircut, you can ask your friend to do it with some nail cutting scissors. For the top part, I knew I had a pattern that looked like this, so this is what I'm doing. I'm looking for it in my pattern-ish collection. This top, just like the front part without this, and then the sleeves, I don't know, I'm just gonna either just take a normal sleeve, and can you do that? I don't know, can you just take a normal sleeve, make it a bit wider, and then it's a puff sleeve? So I guess no more procrastination. Okay, so here are the two group parts. I haven't cut them out properly yet because I'm not sure about my size, because I don't know American sizes. I'm gonna do these in the right size, do this, then I'm going to first make the skirt, because I think that's going to be the most fabric, and then kind of with the rest of the fabric I can make this, because I'm afraid that I won't have a long skirt, and I really want a long skirt. So I'm gonna cut these out. Okay, I've did this already. This is the part that I thought was going to be the easiest and the fastest, and it definitely could have been if I knew how to do math and think logically. I decided to do a half circle skirt, and here I am drawing the circle onto my fabric, and I wanted it to be about like a bit above my ankles, so that's what I measured, and that measurement was correct, but this one is not. Look at me realizing my mistake. I felt so dumb in that moment, especially because it took me so long to work this out. A little an hour after I started, and I have cut a perfect half of a full circle skirt, because I divided the waist radius for no reason. I didn't have to do that. I should have doubled it. It's a perfect half of a full circle. This is my knee. Oh no, it's not shorter here. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna cut it down, see how long it is, but that was dumb. I'm not very proud of myself right now at this moment. It's okay, we overcome, so let's shorten this skirt by about 7 centimeters, and then it fit around my waist, but it was obviously a lot shorter. These are all the bodice parts: center, chest, other chest, and the back part, and we're cutting these all from the rest of my green fabric, and we're cutting this centerpiece on fold so that when we open it up it becomes one big piece. And what I also did is I extended them all down a bit, because it was, I think my waist is a bit lower, so that was what I was thinking, and I thought correct, because that part fit. This is my drafted sleeve pattern. I literally just made that up and it worked, and I'm really proud. I'm giving it a huge seam allowance because there has to be an elastic at the top and at the bottom. I'm pretty proud of the sleeve, not gonna lie. These are all the pieces. That is the sleeve. It's not pretty right now. And I just realized I cut out 3 of these instead of 1 of those. I think from this point onward I can actually follow the instructions. I actually don't understand the instructions. Like, I understand them, but I would have done it differently. What's a stay stitch? And why do I have to do it? Is there an explanation? I don't understand the point of the stay stitch. You know what? I could just Google it. To whoever cares. So a stay stitch is a straight stitch sewn through one layer of fabric and often along a curve that is used to prevent distortion. This is where they say you should do the stay stitch, but we're jumping over that due to time reasons. It stressed me, so I didn't do it, and I have no regrets. So this is the center part. It already looks too big for me, but I knew that. Now we're attaching the two side bra parts. And I'll have to do that again for the lining. This is the point where I decided to stop because I sewed the wrong sides together here. So I think it's time for bed. I forgot to say why it took me so long. I've been working on the bodice for 3 hours. Is that I had to take it in 4 times. So the pattern I cut, I had to make it smaller and smaller and smaller because it just wasn't fitting around my boobs. This is what the inside looks like. It's pretty gross. My head hurts, my back hurts. It all hurts. Good night. Ooh, that's very close. It's pouring outside. This is where we left off. I'm now gonna quickly undo the stupid stitch I did yesterday. In a beautiful display of stupidity, I undid the wrong stitch, not the one I sewed wrong, just a wrong one, and I had to go back in and reattach that one and undo the actual wrong one. It's going great. I'm getting sick of my own voice in this video, so if you have any questions about the bodice, send me a raven. Thanks. It is Monday. One of my toxic traits is thinking that I can finish projects a lot quicker, like a lot quicker than I actually can. In my head, I'm like, that dress, 24 hours? Easy. It's been 6 days. Has it? Wait. So now we're gonna finish it until my vacation on Wednesday, which means I have a few hours now and a few hours tomorrow, and on Wednesday morning I'm leaving for vacation. So this time we're doing it for sure. So if I fit it to my body, blah blah blah. If I then have the sleeve on, the dress in the front starts gaping like this. And I had the same problem last time, and I thought it was the pattern, and I blamed it on the pattern, but maybe it's me? What am I doing wrong? Is the question I have. I have absolutely no idea why this problem disappeared. My best guess is when I put the elastics in the sleeve, it kind of pulled on the top and made it even out. Maybe that makes sense, but here is me creating the sleeve. So you need to put an elastic at the top of the sleeve, and here you see me taking the elastic as a measurement and folding the edge over twice so I can create a tunnel, attaching it to the bodice, and then to create the tunnel, top stitch at the outer edge and the inside edge of this tunnel, and then feed your elastic through, and later you have to do the exact same thing to the bottom, except that you will not leave the space where you're attaching it. If that makes sense. I hope it does. I'm sorry if it doesn't. Finally arrived at attaching the two bodice pieces. So the lining and the outer fabric, attach them all along the edge. Make sure that the seams are aligned because That makes me very happy because it looks very pretty. And make sure that you stuff the sleeves in properly and you don't sew them in the wrong side. That's happened to me before and it makes you feel dumb. Ignore that part. There's no dirty seams. Ew, dirty? No. Unclean? I don't know. Here I'm attaching the skirt. No, I'm not. I'm putting, oh my god, wait. Okay, I actually looked at the video before speaking and I'm putting in some boning. So I placed the boning, drew in where I wanted the channels, and here I am creating the channels, putting in the boning, always super satisfying, I think. And now I'm attaching the zipper in the back. And I'm attaching that with my new invisible zipper foot. Okay, so I saw this trick once where you zip, I have one side attached, so you zip it back, oh, zip it, oh, hello. Get the other side and you kind of mark where the top hits, which is about here. And you mark the waistline so that it doesn't turn out uneven. You can just align it with these points. Oh no. Okay, wait, I have to redo this side. I still managed to sew the teeth to the zipper. Oops. Okay, it's the evening before my trip. I'm almost finished. For the sleeve, I'm just going to take the elastic and see how tight I want it. I think this is good. So the last thing I need to do, which is the one that I'm terrified of doing, is to cut open one of the sides. I think I'm going to do it to about here. I'm going to mark that. Overall, I can't hide that I made a lot of mistakes. This was definitely outside of my usual sewing means. I don't think I should have been able to do this. There's obviously a few mistakes. You saw time management, horrible, can't even talk about it. Finished the rest on vacation. But overall, I'm so proud of myself.